last weekend I was at a pal's birthday party, Hollow Stoney, and I was having a little discussion with another friend who used to ride, and we were just talking about the value for money that you get out of a motorcycle compared with the equivalent sports car, you know. Okay, you can use a car all year round, but we're talking about the power to weight thing and the amount of money that it costs per horsepower, basically. And we're just trying to we're just like one of those sort of pub style conversations that you have with your mates, and we were just wondering, you know, whatever bike you've got, if you had to match it with the equivalent car, what would that car be? So I thought, yeah, that's a good idea for a quick video. So I've got parked up in the garage, you've got the Svart, I've got Moose, the 790 Duke, and I've got my V2 Ducati Street Fighter. So I thought, yeah, I'll quickly throw stuff together, nip out on them, and we'll just chuck doo-doo at the wall and see what sticks. And I thought, I'll start with a little Svart first. So this little thing reminds me hugely of I had a few years ago, as I run around, Renault Sport Twingo Gardini edition, and it was just a little weapon on roads like this, you know. It wasn't fast, it didn't have like huge power. I think it was like 135 brake horsepower or something, but on a twisty back road it was just so much fun. Everyone that had a go of it come out laughing about it. It's like a little go-kart. Great setup, lovely gearbox, steering was lovely, it was just down on power. But that's what made it so much fun, you know. It was a bit like this bike, you're having to work it to get the best out of it, but on a back road it just felt so alive and involving. So for me, that's what the little Svartpilen would be. It would be something like that. It wouldn't be, okay, yeah, it's technically, it's like, it goes for that off-road look, but it's not an off-road bike. It's just a little bike for riding around the city, apparently, in your expensive jeans and stuff. But to me, it's just a perfect back road bike, you know. It's the kind of bike that you can start riding with, or like me, kind of go back to it, you know, what got you into biking, the fun, the thrill at lower speeds. It's just such a lovely little bike to ride, so involving, and yeah, that's why I'm giving it my Renault Sport Twingo match-up. Right, so that's this Svartpilen covered off. I'm happy with my choice, Renault Sport Twingo, and want a little old Moose, the 790 Duke now. Remember, he is a 790, he's not an 890R, so we're not comparing bikes there. If you've got an 890R, you'd probably be looking at something further up the food chain again. So I reckon this bike, if it was a car, would be the Honda Civic Type R, the latest. Well, there is a brand new one that's just hit the market, but I'm talking about the all singing, all dancing winged one with the big wings and everything on it, and the first one with the turbo. That was the top of the tree when it comes to hot hatches, and this bike is a hot hatch. It's just about B roads, corners, much like the Civic Type R is when you're comparing it to supercars. You know, it's the kind of bike that would keep a supercar honest on a road like this. There's not enough, there are not enough straights for it. to be sort of gapped. So that's my choice. 790 Duke would be a Civic Type R. And as if by magic, as if they have been watching the channel or reading my mind at least, this morning Ducati launched the Street Fighter V4 tie-in with the Lamborghini, the STO in a sort of weird metallic-y satin green and fluorescent red. So that's kind of gone with my theory that I was going to save like the big full fat bikes, the 200 plus brake bikes for supercars. So I went along with keeping it in the family, the Volkswagen Audi family, who obviously own Ducati. I've gone with the Porsche Carrera, Porsche 911 GTS, which is, if I remember, 480 brake horsepower, and at least starts at another 100 grand above what this bike cost. So I trawled through some old Evo magazines and read some online reviews, and pretty much that is what they reckon is the sweet spot for a modern Porsche. It's got everything you want in it, but it's not one of their more extreme models, so as a day-to-day fun reliable sports car, that's the one that they think you should go for. And I tend to agree with those boys, they know their stuff. I've no experience of one, and that's the whole point, isn't it? This is the point we're making. For normal money, for normal people's money and incomes, you can go out and buy anything from my little Svartpilen upwards for less than a family hatch, you know, and that we're talking brand new, and have something that is comparable to a Porsche or a Lamborghini for the fun, the exhilaration, the experience that you get in those cars, and probably more so because you've got more room on the road, they're more involving. You can have something that matches them in performance, or is better than them in performance terms. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you think you'd have picked other cars instead of the ones I went with? Or if you don't have these particular bikes, what would you have chosen to go with yours? And even better, if you've got a channel of your own, tag me into it, let me know. If you're one of these lucky sods that's got enough money in the bank that you actually have got something as cool as a Porsche or a Ferrari in your garage, and you've also got a couple of bikes, let me know. How do you think they compare? Which one gives you the most thrills? Which one do you think's actually the best value for money and more usable? I've got a funny feeling you're going to go with a bike. You're going to have more opportunity to use it, aren't you? But I don't know, I can't live that dream, so you're going to have to let me know. And I don't know why I took this road, because this is definitely not a sports car super bike road. This one, this is definitely more suited to the Svartpilen. Anyway, let me know. Catch you later.